Hey guys, it's Kim here with Fairily Fiber Fun. Thanks for joining me on another spinning video. Today I am spinning up a commission. So this is just kind of sampling the huge bats that were carded on a mill at a mill. So they're humongous bats, and I am core spinning them using some crochet cotton yarn. It is about a DK worsted weight yarn, and I have a bunch of it for when I used to make cotton pot holders, and I have since discovered that wool is a way better fiber for pot holders because it is fire resistant, while cotton is like paper, kind of goes up in flames. Anyway, um, so I have all this cotton yarn, and I decided to use some of it up in this core spinning, and the request was super bulky, and I thought I was not going to be able to spin a single bulky enough, so I plied it and it is way too bulky. So I have to do another sample a different way, but I need to finish this one. I ended up with about 70 yards and it needs a minimum of 100. So anyway, before we get terribly carried away, if you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss new videos as they come out. And as always, leave your comments, questions, and suggestions in the comment section below. I appreciate you so much. And I hope you enjoy today's sampling video. I am spinning on Mr. Squeaky, my spinny cube, and he is doing a fantastic job with these 1 pound bobbins. The bobbins don't weigh a pound, they hold a pound, up to a pound. And he's doing a fantastic job. I've already got one bobbin full, you can see it in the background, and I'm finishing up the second one so that I can then ply them together and have a significant amount of yarn. Now, I have never spun this bulky before, so I had no idea how much yarn was on here, but I thought it was a lot more than the 70 yards I ended up with. And if I had left it singles, I would have had 140 yards, but I didn't. So, and I still haven't washed the yarn. I'm actually, while I'm recording this voiceover, I'm actually looking at where the two skeins are hanging up, waiting for their bath. They're gorgeous. They're puffy. They're floofy. They're wonderful. But what is the fiber I'm spinning? Llama. This bat is 100% llama. There is a white bat that is part llama, part wool. I think it's merino was the wool. And it spins a little different, but not a whole lot different. It's definitely mostly llama. So I am trying to keep all of the llama fuzz off of my clothing and off of my skin because it itches. The hairs get into your clothes and then they itch. So I'm trying to protect myself, my skin from the irritation. It's not that I'm allergic to it, it irritates my skin. So that was why I had a sheet over my body and I just tried to keep myself covered to act as a barrier between the llama fiber and me. Besides, it gets everywhere and I get tired of pulling llama off of my clothes. So I've had a couple of questions on this purple felt that I just use at the front of the bobbin. I have a piece at the back of the bobbin too. And as the bobbin wiggles a little bit during spinning, it shifts front and back just a little bit, and that makes a little bit of a rattle. That thin felt, it's just from the craft store, is enough to prevent the rattling. So that's what that is. I cut a circle. I made a hole in it big enough for the flyer bar to fit through, and it works. This was a super fast spin and an even faster plying, even though I had to constantly stop and move the hook. And I do mean constantly. It was every few seconds I had to stop and move the hook. Because bulky yarn takes up a lot of space. and it fills up the bobbin really fast. So I actually ended up with a little bit of leftovers on one of the bobbins, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I might just wind a center pull plying ball and ply it and just see how much yardage I get from that. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do, but I am incredibly happy with how this turned out. And like I said, I need to do another 30 yards, which is about one full bobbin plied bound itself. So I could attach to the bobbin that still has some on it, fill it up, wind a plying ball, and go from there. Since there's not that much yardage, I could do that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. This was an interesting experiment, and I thought I was going to overflow the front of the bobbin here. I usually do, but I caught it in time. Um, so that was good news. But I did overflow the back, and you will see that at the end of the video where the yarn kind of popped off the back end of the bobbin. That wasn't the best. So trying to pack as much yarn on this bobbin as I possibly can, and it's so fat. Like, it was brushing up against the hooks and the flyer arms, and it was just getting harder and harder to get it to work, to pack more on. So I finally just had to stop and cut the yarn from the singles bobbins and tie it off. And that was, a full bobbin of yarn, and it was 30 to 35 yards. So no, it was more than that. 30 to 40 yards. One of them had more and one had less. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this shorter little video. It was not intended, like I did not intend to film this and create a video of it, but I'm glad I did because now you get to see a little bit of my sampling process for weaving rugs. That was the whole point of this project. And here in just a second, you will see the 2 finished bobbins of 2-ply. It's so pretty. I can't get over how gorgeous this is. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one. Have fun with whatever it is that you're doing. Bye!